anytime you can engage in an activity and it lasts for 5 years, that's an accomplishment. 10 years accomplishment, 20 years, more of an accomplishment, 30 years, blah, 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 rah, rah, rah. But 40 years, 40 years. So if you can engage in any kind of program or activity for 40 years, that means you're saying something and you're doing something right. But guess what, y'all? The Cherry Blossom Festival is celebrating its 40th. And we are so happy and so proud about that. And that's an indication. And, I wish I could take the credit, but I can't take the credit. I'm sorry. Although I was a festival chair a couple of years, but it had been around 38, 39 years, so I can't take the credit. But I think it's a phenomenal accomplishment. And just millions of people coming through town, enjoying the trees and the activities and the food and the programs and the music. So we are so excited about the 40th anniversary of the Macon, Middle Georgia, the Cherry Blossom Festival in Macon, Georgia. And guess what? That's what we're going to talk about today. I've got two individuals with me who know all about it. We got Miss Elizabeth Cleveland, who has been involved in the Cherry Blossoms, let's see, since she was 10 and she's about 15 years So I don't know whether it's 40 or not, but a long time. And she's been very involved in the festival, and she'll tell you what she is doing and has done. And also, we have with us Miss Arah Adams, who was working somewhere else, really. But, she started seeing, what the Cherry Blossom Festival was doing and knew we were coming up on the 40. She said, I think I'd like to go to work for those folks. So here we are. Miss Arah Adams, who's the marketing and events manager for the Cherry Blossom Festival. And she's going to talk about all the exciting things that we've got going on. But also, we're going to let her speak first, is Miss Elizabeth Cleveland, who is the festival chair, which is a fun position. I've had it, which is a fun position. So Elizabeth, first, just tell us a little bit about yourself and your involvement with Cherry Blossom.
Okay. Well, I've been involved probably 10 years or so, maybe a little less. And outside of Cherry Blossom, I teach 5th grade math at Stratford, and got involved with Cherry Blossom through some friends who were involved, and just love it. It's been a lot of fun to meet people and get to know people in the community, as well as people who come to visit for the Cherry Blossom Festival outside the community. It's just a lot of fun and great family activities. My kids love to do all the different events when they were younger. And so I've really enjoyed getting to know it. And so this year I get to be the festival chair.
Outstanding. So, Ms. Arah, tell us a little bit about yourself first, and then talk a little bit about your position as a marketing and events manager. Thought I was going to forget, didn't you? For the Cherry Blossom Festival.
Of course. So, I'm Arah, and Macon native. I attended Mountain Sales Academy here in Macon, and I did work somewhere prior, but I was also 2009 Cherry Blossom royalty. So a little background there, and in particular with my position. So I do coordinate and execute all the events that take place outside of Carolyn Creighton Park. So a few of those are like the ball, Blossoms at the Big House, the races, the parade. Those are just a few. And then with marketing, I do work with our marketing agency to do all of our graphic design, all of our digital and print marketing, and prepare for advertisement throughout the festival.
That is so outstanding. It's so much fun to even just begin to talk about it. So Elizabeth, what's your dream? You're coming behind Ivan Allen last year, and
I know.
Alan the year before that. So, but you got the big one. You got the big 4-0. So talk about what you expect for this year's festival.
Well, I do have the big 4-0, which is exciting, but it's also a little scary when we've had 2 really good years before that. Probably the biggest thing is I just hope we have fantastic weather. The trees are blooming, and people are ready to get out of the house. I think people are still ready after, all the COVID stuff. There's lots to do outside. We do have a few events that are inside this year, which we didn't get to do last year, so that's exciting. But there's 3 huge concerts. There's a concert every night at Carolyn Creighton Park. And the 3 biggies, the first weekend, which will be March 19th, that Saturday, we've got Walker Hayes coming. And we're so excited. I think everybody has seen his commercials for Applebee's. And a couple weeks ago, or gosh, a week ago, he was on, he was the halftime performance at one of the championship games for the NFL. I think he's going to bring a lot of people in. And the best thing about it is all you have to do is pay your entrance fee into the park. And there's no tickets that you have to buy to go to it. You don't buy tickets in advance. Anybody can come, bring your family. It's just a fun event. And then the second weekend on Friday night, we have Arrested Development, which is kind of a throwback band. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy seeing them. And then the next night, an up-and-coming country singer named Nico Moon. So those are the really exciting events. And then, there's the ball and there's lots of other great events, which Arah can probably tell us even more and more about them because she's working very hard getting those done.
Well, since she called on you, Arah, go ahead and tell us about some of the external events. And we want to come back to Central City Park too, but just talk about some of the, man, they talk about, I heard somebody say something about somebody shooting out of a rocket and putting, and then, taking water out of the Ocmulgee River and putting on 2nd Street so they can have some.
Gosh.
Talk about those external events.
Okay, so like Elizabeth mentioned, we are having the ball this year and we're back in Macon City Auditorium with that. It will not be outdoors, so we're back inside. Tickets for that will go on sale February 14th, and they are $100 per person, and reservations are required to attend that event. The exciting thing about taking the water from the Ocmulgee and putting it on 2nd Street, we have the Ultimate Air Dogs dock diving competition. So it actually is a competition where dogs can qualify to compete in, I believe the final competition is in Vegas, which is really, really neat. So there are pre-registered competitors, but then also they have walk-up time. So if you want to bring your pup down and have them compete and jump in the pool, that's something exciting and new as well. That will be the first Saturday and Sunday of the festival. And then we also have the wiener dog race that day as well, and the bed race. And we will be having a pet costume party at the new Barks and Brews on Riverside Drive. So those are some things. So, all of our furry friends can kind of enjoy the festival as well. Another major thing is the parade. So everyone loves the parade. And that will be the first Sunday at 3 p.m. in downtown Macon. Applications to participate, if you have a company, organization, those are available on the website right now through the end of February for participation. Another big one. So we used to do pasta on Poplar, and last year we had a location change, but it was favorited so much. We are keeping it at the Big House. So that is another event that does require a ticket, which will also go on sale February 14th. And it will be at the Big House. It's more of an intimate dinner opposed to the ball. Just like music, we'll have, dinner and drinks and more of an intimate mingling experience aside from the ball. Food Truck Frenzy is back. I just approved all of the food trucks and I cannot wait to try every single one of them. I'll be down there for 2 days, so I will have time to do so. But that will be the second weekend. And finally, we end the festival finale at Middle Georgia State University. And that will be our Tunes and Balloons. So Macon Pops will be performing. They're doing a concert. They're performing Michael Jackson's Thriller album from start to finish. So that will be amazing to listen to. We'll also do the balloon glow, weather permitting, fingers crossed, prayers up. And then we'll end with the fireworks show. And we'll also have a few food vendors out there. And if I'm not mistaken, Macon-Bibb Fire Department will also be hosting their car show again out there this year. So we're excited for all of those parts in the finale.
That's outstanding. Elizabeth, talk a little bit about the guests. You know, I think it's phenomenal that we have people, not only visitors, you can talk some about the visitors, but talk about the interaction between festivals, you know, how different festivals attend different festivals and have fun. What are we looking forward to this year?
It is so much fun. We always we have a group that we visit each other's festivals and get ideas from each other and just form great friendships. And we always have people here from Fiesta San Antonio, and then we have the Rose Tournament of Roses out in Pasadena. And in fact, I was lucky enough to get to go just to see that this year. It was fantastic. And then we have two groups from Minnesota. We have the Aquatennial, which is their big summer celebration in Minneapolis. And then we have Winter Carnival, which just wrapped up, I think yesterday, in St. Paul, Minnesota. And it is so much fun to see all these different people come together that all love festivals, and we trade ideas. We just kind of get together and have a great time. So they'll all be there, be in Macon the first weekend of Cherry Blossom Festival. They'll get to go to the ball, the parade, concerts, and we show them all over Macon. And because of that, they go home and they talk about our festival to their friends and colleagues and everything. And a lot of them will just come down. We've had several visitors I've run into who have said, oh, well, such and such in Minnesota told me I need to come down to Macon for this festival. And so it's a really neat way to get people from all over the country to come down. And then all the marketing that's done. You know, Cherry Blossom is one of the top festivals in the country. And so we get visitors from literally all over the world. Last year, gosh, I can't even think of all the different places people told us they were from. And it's a lot of fun to get to show off Macon for a little while and paint the town pink and let them see it all.
Also talk about, you know, although people from the other festivals come, talk about the people from, you know, just the crowds and the visitors to the festivals from all over the world.
Literally all over the world. You'll go to Central City, Carolyn Creighton Park, and there will be people, you know, they'll stop and ask a question. We wear our pink, either blazers or our jackets, and people will come up. And last year there were some people from England that were here. There were people from Germany that were here. We met people from Florida, from Texas, from California, you name it, they're all over. And, you know, this year we expect the crowds to be really big to celebrate the 40th, but also to attend all these different events. They really have a lot of fun. And people go to our website, which is cherryblossom.com, and they find all the different, cherryblossom.com. They find all the different events and they can sign up. And there are some events that are not sponsored by us, but they're different activities that are going on at the same time. They're sanctioned events, and that's all listed on the website. So people are looking, and they hear about it. They go to the website and they start going, I want to do this, I want to do that, and it's a lot of fun to show off our town a little bit.
Absolutely. Arah, talk a little bit about, although that's not your jurisdiction, so to speak, but you know, Carolyn Creighton Park is so much fun. You know, talk about how many days we are down there, the kind of activity that's down there, the kind of, and look, I just did a food show, you know, and they talk about food as medicine with Atrium, and they were talking about what you eat and healthy eating. And then as I was doing that food show, I was thinking about them Cinnabon.
I knew that's what you were thinking about.
So I promised the lady, I said, well, now after the festival, you know,
How many did you have last year, Alex?
oh my God, don't even talk about it. I mean, but you know, all of the food is good. And then now the food trucks at the park are different from the food truck Frenzy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So talk a little bit about the park itself.
Yeah, so with the park, we're down there 10 days, the entire 10 days. And like Elizabeth mentioned, each night we will have a nightly concert series. So even though we have those three major headliners, we will have local artists performing each night throughout the 10 days. And again, those concerts are free with your gate admission into the park. So you literally pay your $5 or $10 and you have access to everything in the park, honestly. So our midway provider who does our amusement rides, they're bringing some new rides this year for the 40th. So that's exciting. We'll have some new rides. I say for the kids because I'm not getting on the things. And then we will have food vendors. If I'm not mistaken, the cinnamon rolls will be back.
You better be back. You better be back.
Now
And
you have to talk to Katie about that one.
the interesting, go ahead, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead.
No, no, the interesting thing, and I think we need to emphasize this, Elizabeth and Arah, that it's family friendly,
Oh, definitely.
you know, and it's a bargain, you know, it's a real deal because you can come in, you know, you can come into the park, Calvin Creighton Park, and I think we would be remiss if we didn't acknowledge her. You know, why don't you do that, Elizabeth, and talk about the renaming of the park?
Well, Carolyn has been such a huge part of Macon, but she started the festival 40 years ago, and really 41 because we skipped one year because of COVID. But she started the festival, and she's still very active. You will see her out and about during Cherry Blossom Festival. And she wanted to start something wonderful with the Fickling family, and started the Cherry Blossom Festival long ago, and she's just a vital part of it. And because of all of the work that she's done to bring people to Macon, to bring the community get together, and just start something really exciting and special for our town. The Central City Park was renamed the Carolyn Creighton Park. I guess it was 2 years ago. And we're just so proud for her and for our festival that she was just acknowledged that way.
Absolutely. Thank you for helping us to acknowledge her because she has been nothing short of phenomenal and is so deserving of being memorialized, if you please. Remember, by naming the park after her. Arah, talk a little bit about, you know, I mean, it's all kinds of events, not only just at the park, but how about the different, I know you can't remember all of them. Talk a little bit about the sanctioned events and the, you know, just all of the other events, you know. I mean, it's a busy time for those 10 days, you know, and it's March 18th through the 27th, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, we want to make sure we get the date in there. So, Arah, talk about some of the other activities that are going on during that time.
So, like Elizabeth did mention, we do have the sanctioned events where we don't necessarily produce them, but we do promote them because they do happen within those 10 days. There's various 5K runs. We have the golf tournament. This year, I believe the Shriners are doing a chili cook-off event, so that will be fun. Lots of food, lots of food. And like I said, I can't think of all of them off the top of my head, but
I'll tell you one thing about
go ahead.
when you said chitlins, you made me think about pancakes. So talk a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, let's
Making it, we're doing pink pancake breakfast as well. So that's a fan favorite. I think everyone that has been going to the Cherry Blossom always looks for the pink pancakes. So they,
You know what was interesting? We had the pleasure of interviewing, I guess I can say this, some of the and talk about Arah, you know, when we finish this, you can talk a little bit about the royalty and their roles and what have you. But you know, Elizabeth, you weren't there, but a lot of people, when you ask them what was so exciting, you know, about Macon and their involvement in the festival, You know, a lot of people said downtown, you know, and then so the festival is playing a major role in the excitement of downtown by having, you know, all of those activities downtown. So I think we have been successful, and this is important. I don't know whether anybody knows the numbers, but you know, the festival has a phenomenal economic impact and an imaging, if you please, impact on the community. So I think that's noteworthy. And I just think we need to give a shout out to everybody who has been involved in trying to make this a better community. That's the mission, you know, and the purpose of the festival is, you know, to bring the community together and make it a better place, you know, for the entire community, you know, getting along in the spirit of togetherness and having fun and just doing something that will make people enjoy coming to Macon and making them desirous of coming back. So are there any other sanctioned events or anything, Arah, that we need to mention that, oh, talk about the royalty.
Okay. So so last weekend, that was last weekend, we did choose our 2022 Queen, Legacy Queen, and Princess. And this upcoming weekend, we will have the Little Mr. and Mrs. pageant. We have 46 kids competing for that. So that will be
Wow.
exciting. Yes, that will really be a fun field day. And so the royalty does consist of the Queen, the Princess, Legacy Queen, and then we have the two littles, the Mr. and Mrs. And they serve as ambassadors throughout the festival. The Queen plays a major role. So with our VIP guests that first weekend, she will attend events with them, with their royalty court. And we try to have them at as many events as we can, just so kids love them. Even, I mean, adults love taking pictures with the royalty. You see someone walking around with a crown and sash, and why not get a photo with them? And not only during the festival, but they do attend events throughout the year. So our new royalty will get a chance to participate in the Cantrell Center 5K next weekend. So that'll be something very fun and exciting for them to do as their first event in their reign.
Okay, Miss Elizabeth, go ahead and give the date and extend an invitation because it's not just for out of town people.
No, it's
We,
for
we
everybody.
yeah.
We really want the community to all come together and be a part of the Cherry Blossom Festival, March 18th to March 27th. And there are so many activities. If you can think it, it might be happening that week. Come out, wear your pink, celebrate Macon, celebrate all the friendships, international friendships or local friendships. Celebrate our community and pull together as one big group and enjoy every minute of it. There's so much going on, and it's most schools spring break, so it gives lots of activities for families to go out and spend some time together and enjoy. Just enjoy Macon. It's a beautiful time of year. It's usually warm. Get out there and join us. Have fun.
Thank you so much. I mean, I'm seeing pink already, girl. I tell you, it ain't even the 18th yet. Okay, Arah, kind of wrap up. If you would, just kind of quickly repeat those phenomenal activities, the major ones that's going on outside of the park, and then kind of tell people again how to find out more information, what the phone number is, and what the website is so they can learn more about it.
Sure. So, like our major ones again are the ball, Blossoms at the Big House, Food Truck Frenzy. We will all be at for the food, of course. And then Tunes and Balloons, the festival finale. And for all details, all events, our website is the best resource. So cherryblossom.com. And we also have the Cherry Blossom Festival app that you can download. Both of those, you can literally find everything on there for the 10 days of the festival.
And then let's talk about those major acts one more time, Elizabeth.
Okay, so the first weekend on the 19th of March at Carolyn Creighton Park, we have Walker Hayes. And then on the 27th, which is the following Friday night, we have Arrested Development. And Saturday night, the 26th, is Nico Moon. Those are going to be great concerts. All you have to pay is your price to get into the park that night or that day. You can stay all day and enjoy the evening concert as well. It's a great time. Last year, I remember seeing lots of people that had their families out there riding rides, having dinner, and then seeing the concert. So it's just a great, fun weekend or week. I'm
Absolutely.
sorry, 10 days, not weekend.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Miss Marketing Event Manager, you get the last word. Whatever you want to say, so we can close us out.
Well, I'm just looking forward to celebrating the 40th Cherry Blossom Festival, the pinkest party on earth. So, like Elizabeth said, I hope everyone comes out and can join us. And again, just check the website, and you can actually plan your itinerary on the website. So you can save which events you want to attend, and it'll connect to your calendar and set you up with reminders so you don't miss out on anything.
This is a call to action. I'm your host, Alex C. Habersham, having interviewed Miss Elizabeth Cleveland, who is the festival chair. She get to be the chair for the 40th celebration of the Cherry Blossom Festival, and Miss Arah Adams, who is the marketing and event manager for the Cherry Blossom Festival, not only for the 40th, but the 42nd, 44th, 46th, and for a long time, we hope. But on a serious note, it's a phenomenal event. We want to invite the entire community. Make your plans now. Go to the website so you can, get your tickets early and do whatever it takes. And don't forget the parade. You can still. When will applications for the parade end, Arah?
So they're open now, and they will end on February 28th.
Okay, so if you want to be in the parade, go ahead and go to the website, submit your application, and then get your wave ready, so you can wave to the people. This is a call to action. I'm your host, Alex Habersham. Have a pink day.
www.makingblackpages.com